Hello and welcome back to the channel. This is another this is another episode of the segment called Mellow Games, where Mellow plays random games and hopefully you guys just freaking love it or like it or tolerate it and give me likes anyway because I crave attention and validation, please. Anyway, if you're trying to help me out and help support me, I would love nothing more than you just to hit that like button or the subscribe button, just so I can know that, I'm not talking to myself. Anyway, this is segment number 2. If you remember last time, we were going through Pokemon Go Battle League, showcasing a team for the event during the Hidden Gems event of Pokemon Go called the Summer Cup. This is the Ultra League edition version of the Summer Cup. And we had a pretty spicy team that actually performed pretty well. For those of you who don't remember, that was a limited meta event. So basically, if you didn't have to worry about certain Pokemon just being there because they just didn't qualify, which allowed for this team to do a little bit better because, there's just fewer hard counters to it. But what, you might ask, how would happen if we were to try this team in the Open Ultra League? Well, today, you're going to find out. This is the team. It's 420 somewhere. Leadoff is Trevenant with the traditional moveset of Shadow Claw, Seed Bomb, and Shadow Ball. In the back is a Venusaur with the regular moveset of Vine Whip, Frenzy Plant, and Sludge Bomb. Frenzy Plant is a Community Day move, so you would need an Elite TM or you just need to have one from the Community Day. They did do a redo for that one, so there's a good chance you probably have had a chance at Frenzy Plant. Whenever you have those chances, get them if you don't have them already. And if not, there's a chance that it might show up again in December. I know they do the regular community days. They all give the chance to get you an evolution that'll get the community day moves. If not, save up those elite TMs. Venusaur is definitely a worthwhile investment for that elite TM. And then we also have, as the third and final Pokemon in this, the Spice. Smackdown Chesnaught. And this is what allows this team to basically work. Smackdown is to cover all those common counters to grass types. He also has Frenzy Plant and a third move of Superpower. Well, technically second charge move, but third move, whatever. Anyway, that's the team. And without further ado, let's see how these guys handle the Open Ultra League. So, as you can see, we did update the name to accurately portray what we are witnessing here. It is indeed 420 somewhere. All right, and we are going to start off against Chewbacca 74. So we've got an opening matchup of Togekiss versus Trevenant. Now this isn't the greatest because Togekiss is part flying, but it's not as bad as you would think going against the flyer, because Togekiss is a Charm user. So Charm is a fairy type move that is doing neutral versus us. And that is why it's not as bad as you think, because we were going to get that shield or we were going to get that hit. And since he let that hit go through, we're going to shield this up because this means that we can take this opening matchup here. And now we're able to pick and choose who gets to go versus who. It is a Trevenant here. So honestly, we probably should have just went for the Shadow Balls. Kind of quick decision, hoping that maybe we could get to a second Seed Bomb, but that is not going to be the case anyway. But it doesn't really matter. He shielded it anyway. So we're now going to come in with the Venusaur. We're going to do the Venusaur because the Sludge Bomb is going to do pretty good neutral damage. And the other benefit for this, the reason we're going with the Venusaur is because we need to be able to keep up with Trevenant's level of energy production. And that Shadow Ball is going to hurt. Well, now we're going to get to our move. He knows we have access to the Sludge Bomb. The Sludge Bomb will wreck, so he's probably going to shield this. And he does. So we earned the last shield. And let's see if we can get to the Frenzy. He gives up and does the Seed Bomb right here. And we're going to have to let that one go. Honestly speaking, you know, I thought there's a small chance we could get to our Frenzy plant, but just wasn't quite there. I think he's probably going to bait this one because this is our last shield. He did not bait at all. That hurt. That hurt a lot. And he's about to get to another Seed Bomb, so we have to blow this attack. And then just hope we can make it through whatever's in the back. And boys, we made it. This is the dream. This is the dream matchup. This is what we're all here for. We love Swamperts, and Swamperts are the lifeblood of this team. It is so useful to have these guys here waiting for the Swampert because there's nowhere to hide. And this is actually the best place that he could have put the Swampert, and it's still just bad. He's gone. There's no way he's surviving this. He's out, and we take game number 1. Let's go. We in here. All right. So that was pretty clutch. Honestly speaking, if he had any other Pokemon sitting in the back, we lose that one. But he didn't. That's one of the benefits of having the Triple Grass team. Swampert is still just an OP Pokemon out there, and having 3 different guys who can just whip up on it, pretty clutch. We start off this next game versus Rivmont, and we have the Dream Open. It's a Machamp versus Trevenant. There's nobody else on this team that I would rather have other than Machamp. It's not a horrible matchup for Venusaur either. It's another pretty much kind of the same, except he's just taking less. Trevenant's just taking less damage from the counters. And he takes a Seed Bomb to the face. I did not expect him to not shield that. As a Shadow Machamp, he has to shield things. But since he let his go, we're going to let that Rock Slide go. It was a little too quick to be at payback, I think. And in comes a Walrein. Now, this isn't the best situation. I'm kind of hoping he lets this one slide through, but I don't think he will. Yeah, he's going to shield this up, and that's going to farm this down. There's not really much benefit to switching out. So you're just going to come in with Chesnaught. Now, this one is an Icicle Spear. I just wanted to see how much this would do, because Walrein kind of goes through these Icicle Spears. So, like, you really don't want to waste shields if you don't have to. First off, that hurt. Second off, this hurts worse. Alolan Muck is the absolute worst matchup for this team. He's got the poison typing, and he's got the dark typing, which means he absolutely hardwalls Trevenant. And then he hardwalls Venusaur. Literally every move that I have is resisted. The only move that does neutral damage in this entire team is Superpower, which is a debuff. And Smackdown is neutral as well. But, like, it's just, given how much energy Alolan Muck can generate, it's just nowhere near enough. So the benefit is he is at least down in shields, but the problem is there's a Walrein sitting back there with pretty good health. So the only way we're going to win this, we have to come through pretty much ready to send another one in. The problem is, you wreck this. So I'm going to throw this one. I probably should have waited. But we're so low on health that it just doesn't matter. Walrein doesn't even have to worry about it and just farms down. We had a promising start to that one with the Machamp, but Walrein is only even. And then Muck just core breaks. Alolan Muck specifically just core breaks, and there's not much we could do there. So we're 1-1. for Open Ultra League, it's not bad. And that's kind of the risk you run when you're running a team like this in the Open Ultra League. That you got to worry about hard walls, but you also get to worry about these beautiful opens. So we've got a chance, guys. And I lied. We remember that talk about the whole thing we were talking about how Lowland Muck is the worst counter is the worst matchup for this team. Meet Drapion, which is pretty much the light version of a Lowland Muck. And this is Ultra League, so this Drapion is probably XL or close to it. I don't know what they top out at, but this is something that you don't see a lot of them in the Ultra League. Superpower is the only thing I've got in here that's going to be neutral, but I don't want to debuff my Chesnaught because it's pretty much not a good look anywhere else. The benefit for the Chesnaught is that I am at least resisting all of his charge moves. His second charge move is probably Aqua Tail, so that's why he's going for the crunches. Even though it's not super effective, it at least potentially reduces my defense. And we're going to shield this one up so that we have a chance to use these charge moves against what else comes behind it. So let's see what we got here. It's an Alolan Muck. You've got to be kidding me. All right, so we had a good run. I don't know if you believe in the algorithm, but this is telling me maybe you should. 2 in a row. It's literally the worst Pokemon possible to match up against. And this is a potential trend, so you can use that to inform your matchups in the future. So probably in the next time Ultra League rolls around, I might have a few more ground types hiding around. So we come in, we get that shield, and we're going to jump in with the Trevenant to throw this Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball is resisted here, but it's still Shadow Ball, and it does some pretty tough damage here. He comes in with the Swampert, and honestly, I can't even shield this up. It's a waste of the shield. Our best case scenario is we have to tank his stuff with Venusaur so that we can hold on to that shield for Muck. So we're going to tank this. Probably have we got a decent amount left. And then we've got to build up a little bit extra. But he's about to get to his next move, so we have to throw it. Honestly, I probably should have just tried and tanked it. But it's going to put me so low, and he does have the shield. And throw this one. I probably messed that one up. I think I probably should have let him try. Let him hit me with the Hydro Cannon. Because he's out of shields now after that one. And I've got this shield. The problem is he's close to 100. So right now, he just comes with this next move right here. I'm not able to get to my move in time. And he takes me out. I mean, that's just kind of how it goes with the Alolan Muck. But honestly, we had a chance there. Mainly because Swampert's still a thing and he was there. But just having the Alolan Muck there and me not being amazing, just a little bit too much to handle there. So, ran into a little speed bump here. We are now 1 and 2. And we come into this one, it is Giratina. Now, Giratina is one of the best Pokemon in Open Ultra League, period. However, he's not using his optimal moveset. Now, Dragon Breath is not a bad move at all by any means, by any stretch of the imagination. Many Pokemon would love to have that as their starting move. But Giratina has access to Shadow Claw, and Shadow Claw would have been doing super effective damage. Now, Shadow Sneak is available here, and he does not use it. So we just wasted a shield here. But we are using Shadow Claw, so we're doing super effective. So we're actually ahead right now in damage. We're going to take this hit now. It is only a Dragon Claw, so he jumps back ahead, but we now have the option to send our own. Now, he just ate the last one, so obviously we're going to go for the big one here, and he eats it. He just lets it go through. I didn't expect him to do that one. He's got to know I have the Shadow Ball. There's no reason to run this without it. But it was huge because in comes Charizard. We only have one good answer to Charizard, and that is the Spice. Chesnaught comes in, and you see it is absolutely chunking. Now, he has access to Blast Burn, but it seems a little quick, and I was right. That's only a Dragon Claw, and in comes Swampert. So we're just going to throw this Frenzy Plant, and then we're going to dip. He has to shield it. There's just absolutely no way he can get away with not shielding it. We're going to come in right next with the Venusaur, and this is looking like a GG. Like, I don't really see a way that he can pull this one out. The Swampert does not have access to moves that are going to mess me up. Oh, he has access to Sludge Wave. And he's not building up 2 Sludge Waves, so it's not even a possibility that we're worried about it. So pretty much most likely he has Earthquake, which is also resisted by Venusaur. So he's just taking this L real quick. I doubt he'll shield this. He would want to hold on to his shields for his Charizard, but I don't think it's not gonna matter. Because he's gonna now have to use it here. Even though this is only a Frenzy Plant, any damage that Venusaur does here is just gravy, and he has to shield it because he's so low. And look at this. That's 2 smackdowns. He's not winning this one unless he's got enough for 2 moves. He's gonna have to send with this, which should be a Dragon Claw most likely, and he has to already be at the Blast Burn, which I don't think is possible because the next smackdown kills, and that's a GG, guys. So we have now evened this one out. We're 2-2, and now we just have one more game, and that will decide whether or not this was a worthwhile investment in the Ultra League or whether we played ourselves. So we're going to find out. It all comes down to this. The tiebreaker is Maverick Sparky. In comes Trevenant, and boys, we got ourselves a shot. Here's a Swampert, and he's not even, he is mouth moving, and he just he just quit. We take those guys. We're probably looking at something where he's probably double weak to the Trevenant, or he probably has something he could switch into the Trevenant, but it would be easily countered, and he just quit. We take those. That means we actually go through this set 3-2, which in Open Ultra League, as long as we're going positive with a spicy team, I'm pretty happy with that result, right? I don't think you can pretty much expect anything more than that, given the prevalence of, say, Alolan Muck or anything else out there. But again, it's not a bad team if you want to try it out there. They can catch some people off guard, and Swampert's still a thing. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. This is episode number 2, and we're going to come right back at you with the third one, another Pokemon Go Battle League, as we another showcase, I should say, of a team. Just to make up for the fact that I've been kind of slow getting these out. Anyway, this has been Mello, and I appreciate you guys checking into this channel. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.